Alright, hello everybody. Today we are going to be making oobleck. And oobleck, all you need is a little bit of cornstarch and some water and a mixing bowl and something to mix with. This is a really fun activity that you can do at home, and it's such a fun substance to play with. Today we're going to particularly be looking at how the oobleck, when we play with it, how the state of matter changes, and also we're going to be describing and the texture, how it feels, the oobleck, as we're playing with it. So first we're going to start by putting 1 cup of water inside our mixing bowl, and then we're going to put 1.5 cups of cornstarch inside of our bowl. Be careful, it gets a little messy. We pour this 1 cup out of the 1.5. We're going to mix it with our fork. As you're mixing, you're going to start feeling the substance get a little bit thicker. It's kind of fun. Alright, so I need 1/2 cup more. Looks like I'm baking something in here. And now as we add in this last 1/2 cup, it's going to get a little messy. We're going to use our hands and we're going to mix the mixture. And we're going to slowly put in the cornstarch so that we can mix it nicely with our hands. Sure to be where the oobleck is watery, but also if you touched it really quickly, it kind of becomes a solid. So if it's not at the correct texture that you want it to be at, then we're gonna add in a little bit more cornstarch or a little bit more water, depending on what it's like, to get that right consistency. In my case here, I'm going to add in a little bit more cornstarch. So I'm going to pour in another 1/2 cup. To see on camera, because oobleck is something that really needs to be touched in order to see the chemistry happen. But if I put my finger in slowly, it just feels like water. It just feels all liquidy. But if I tap my finger quickly, or if I rub it across the surface very quickly, it gets thicker, it becomes more of a solid. If I were to grab it and squeeze it in my hands, it gets solid, and apply pressure in between my hands, it gets solid, and then it oozes like water off of my fingertips. So like I said before, making oobleck is a very difficult chemistry project to show on camera, because it's all about the texture of the substance that you're making. But as I said, when you just dip your finger into the substance slowly, you don't apply any pressure, it's very watery. It's just liquid state. It's in a liquid state. But when you apply pressure to the oobleck, if you tap at it very quickly, or run your finger around it quickly, or you squeeze it, it becomes more of a solid state. This is because when you apply pressure to the oobleck, the cornstarch particles move closer together to create a solid. So the cornstarch molecules, they get into a chain. When it's not under pressure, there's water particles that are able to flow throughout it and in between it and everything. But once you apply pressure, those molecules get closer together, they condense, and they become a solid. And the water can't permeate through and cross through and everything. So it's almost as if it squeezes out the water when you apply pressure. But yeah, that's oobleck. It's a very fun activity to do on your own. It's a very easy activity. You can get cornstarch at Walmart for $1, and it just requires water and cornstarch. And it's just a fun activity to get your hands all messy in.
I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and goodbye.